mention something to you, Dustin.
Okay.
I had a little experiment the past few months.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how like I stopped drinking coffee and then I slowly started again and then I stopped again.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the beginning of the year, I think in January, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fine. Like everything's good. No adverse effects. I just started drinking like matcha or hot water instead. And then I just don't even drink the hot water anymore.
Sure.
Especially after the outlet incident that led to me buying an electric kettle.
Yes.
And so anyway, I wasn't thinking too much about it. And then I noticed like I had a tattoo appointment in January and then I had another one in April. There's a lot of pain happening. And I was like, I think I'm just accumulating like it's hurting more because I just keep doing that. I don't know. Like I thought like, oh, this would get easier.
Sure.
And like, I feel like my body's resistance to pain like is giving up or it's like, all right, well, and I was like, well, that's
just getting tired.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's just getting tired. And I was like, oh, is pain worse now? And then I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? All the other times I went and got tattoos, I usually brought a thermos full of coffee. And so I was like, so the upcoming appointment before this was in June, was a morning appointment. It was a Saturday morning. I was like, great, I'm going to go get coffee before and whatever. And so I rolled up with coffee. I had matcha and then I had coffee and then I had some of their cold brew like later in the afternoon. Like, you know, I didn't have any caffeine past noon, but as soon as I had coffee and I walked in there, I was flying. I could feel the caffeine so acutely that it was like from my forehead down to my knees. I could feel. Okay. Yeah. And so like, we're doing like my inner biceps. It's a really sensitive area. She starts going. She was like, how is it? I was like, nothing.
Just go for it. And
so I think that the caffeine is like a local anesthetic.
Wow.
Or at least there's so much dopamine that it's overriding the pain response.
Yeah, sure.
And I was like, okay, I figured it out. That's what it was. I felt so proud of myself because usually when I like do experiments, that's it. There's nothing learned.
So now what you need to do is like chug the most Red Bull you can.
Yeah. And then
jump off the roof face. And just see if your bones like reset.
Pretty sure I will still break bones, but it will hurt less than if I had done it without.
But what if that's what if that's healing factor? That's how you develop your healing factor.
Probably not.
Okay, probably not.
I'm not sure how to test that without breaking my body a few times. So
sure.
Yeah, but it was a good
interesting. Cool.
Interesting day. I was like, I have a weird hunch because what's changed between the last one I had and now, and I was like, I stopped drinking coffee.
Yeah, sure.
And not just like in general, I would bring them to these appointments. So I would be like, I would have coffee and then like
as it's happening.
Yeah. Just so that I wouldn't get, and that wasn't even like the only reason I even did that was like, just in case I do get tired.
Sure.
I don't want to get antsy because I'm tired and then stop early. And that's what that whole idea was. And now it's like, oh, I can just sit for longer though if I have coffee.
Right.
And and it was much covered a lot more ground. Yeah.
Sure.
So it was
interesting.
Worth it. Then of course I went home and I didn't have any caffeine past noon. Couldn't sleep. Went to bed about 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Because I just couldn't fall asleep. Woke up at 4:30 for no reason. This was a kid-free weekend. My kids nothing was happening.
Yep.
And I couldn't go back to sleep. I gave up and I turned on all the lights in my house. This is before sun up and I just started cleaning.
Sure.
That's how I spent the following Sunday. It was just, well, guess I'm not sleeping.
Guess I'll do something productive.
Yeah. I managed to get a nap later, but so I learned my lesson. So I can only do that on the morning appointments. So
yeah, sure.
I'm pretty sure my next one is a morning appointment for this very reason.
So I used to drink caffeine, like I wouldn't drink it past 7 p.m. I was like, that's my cutoff. I do not drink caffeine past 7. And like, so that was what I always did. Well, there's been a few times over the last, I don't know, year, maybe like 2 or 3 times where I end up drinking caffeine pretty late. And I've discovered it makes no difference to me.
Yes.
My body is now so accustomed to the caffeine that I'm able to just go to sleep just as normal as if I weren't drinking it. So now I'm like, well, I don't want to give myself carte blanche to then go ahead and just start drinking it because it doesn't matter. So I'm like, this is a problem that we're at this point, not, oh, it's a new superpower I have. It's not a bragging point. It's a, oh crap, fix your life.
It was the same with me when I was working in the mornings. It was like, I was so tired that it didn't matter when I could drink a coffee during this show. And wrap at 10 p.m. and then just go to sleep.
Just go straight to sleep.
Because that's how tired I was.
100%.
Yep. It's more of a sign of awkward homeostasis than it is a sign that you're impervious to caffeine, which, by the way, I don't know that anyone wants to be impervious to caffeine.
Yeah, I assume that's a thing for some people, but like...
Yeah. Who doesn't want a drug to work?
Right.
Who wants to like smoke? And then it's like, where's the nicotine?
There's somebody out there like surrounded by a mountain of like empty energy drink cans going, why won't it work?
Why can't I feel?
I just want to feel something. I want that buzz.
Yeah, give it to me.
And then they just fall asleep before they drink their next one.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fine.
As soon as it hits their lips. What's he said in Inception? Like, after a while, it becomes the only way you can dream.
Yeah, totally.
After a while, it becomes the only way you can sleep.
Yeah, more caffeine.
I remember I even like transitioned to like decaf in the evenings because like I'm drinking this before, and then like I like when I quit coffee, it was not just caffeine. It was like I need to stop drinking coffee. Because what I'm doing is not drinking water. It wasn't like you could have said, "Hey, Connor, just drink more water," and that probably would have solved the problem. But I can't operate in gray areas like that because that's just not how my neurodivergent brain works. It's like, well, let's just throw out the thing. Let's just get rid of it all. So I just stopped drinking it, and now it's like I only drink coffee when I grab like I'll get food at Costco after I shop now because their turkey sandwich is actually pretty fucking good. So I get that and I'll get like a cold mocha thing or whatever. That's like my little treat. Like, good job. You took your kids to Costco. And it's like $2. I'll do that. Or if like I'm meeting for someone for coffee, like I'll drink coffee. I'll probably order a matcha because I like hot matcha, but like I'll drink a coffee and that's but that's, I don't like brew it at home anymore. Although I still have a whole bag of unopened coffee beans. I still have a grinder and I still have the pot. So it's like I haven't closed the door on it, but it's just like, well, I don't need it. So
you're just saving it for a rainy day.
Basically, like if it just in case, like, wow, I feel like shit today and I'm struggling. But even I felt like that today. Like I was struggling. And I didn't sleep particularly poorly or anything. I was driving a lot today. And I think that midday, like drudgery of, you know how sometimes you get tired at like 2 p.m. because it's so sunny out.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like that was hitting me. And I was like, oof. I took a little nap. And that's, but if I can't, I'll go for that caffeine, but I'd have to really weigh the cost benefit because it'll just make my sleep worse. So
I was talking about this recently, and the way that my sleep like schedule and brain works is like once I'm awake, I'm generally awake. But after I eat lunch, then there's like an hour window where my body is just like, shut it down.
Oh, yep. It's time to go.
Just shut it down. If I can make it through that hour, I'm fine.
Yep.
But
it's probably your digestion just zapping all your,
that's exactly what it is.
Your ATP.
Yeah. It's like all of everything internally is working overtime. So everything else is just like, and let's out. But like, but yeah, generally I'm okay. There's been a handful of times, like, that one time years ago that I crashed my car because I fell asleep driving it. That's a rarity. But like generally when I wake up, I'm fine once I'm awake. After a shower, like before my shower, I'm still dead. But like wake up, shower, I'm good.
it's hard to know what's normal for me at this point. I wake up because sometimes my kids are waking me up, and then it's like a slow wake up. Like, are they physically in my room or are they just arguing in the distance?
Yeah.
And then if they're not here, it's like, I just wake up because the sun comes in. But then like like that happened this past weekend. I was just like, I woke up, it was like 6:30 and I was like, okay, why am I awake? And so I just like put on an eye mask and went back to sleep, and I woke up at like 9 and I was like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, it was good. So
dude, Sarah got this eye mask the other day. That's like, well, I say the other day, like a couple months ago. And it's an eye mask, but it has a massager built in.
Ooh.
So it literally just like massages your like sinuses. Orbital sockets and your sinuses. And you're like, oh, this is fantastic.
I feel like that's an upcoming Final Destination death though.
Yeah. It's super bulky. So like don't lay face down.
Smushes your brain.
Yeah. I think the idea is like, yeah, probably don't sleep in it. Like, but you know, it's fine for relaxation.
There are eye masks that are like cold activated that do the same thing, like that are cold activated on the rim for I think skincare and for sinus relief.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amelia was asking me like where I got all I was like, oh, you have like a box of masks. And she was like, you have a box of those? And I was like, yeah, it's just a box off Amazon, just a cheap eye mask. And she was like, why do you have to order a whole box? And I was like, because they're cheap and they're in bulk. And she was like, are they cheap? And I was like, and so I had to explain to her, I was like, I gave her this whole lecture. I was like, there are expensive versions of everything. I had to like explain to her, I was like, there are $100,000 bottles of wine out there. There are eye masks that are probably $200 that do all kinds of crazy stuff.
Absolutely.
And it's like, and I had to explain to her like the bell curve, like to an extent, it's worth it. And then
and then it's not.
Yeah. Like, why am I paying this much for this thing that I need for a simple purpose? Like,
correct.
I guarantee you that $100,000 glass of wine tastes better than an $8 glass of wine, but does it taste better than a $100?
They both get you drunk.
Right. It's like they can get you. Yeah. And you know, truth be told, like the cheaper the alcohol, the worse the hangover. But like, give me a $100 glass of wine and ask me like, can I tell the difference? Yeah. Between that and, you know, ungodly, you know, a glass of wine that costs more than my house. Yeah. And the answer is no. Right. Although you could say the same about like, I can't tell the difference between Trolls and, you know, it's Shrek. It's like, okay, well, they're very different. Yeah. And it offends me that you're even asking, but This is our field. and I'm not a sommelier.
We're a sommelier of film.
We're cinemaliers.
Cinemaliers. That's our new term.
Speaking of which, this is the Vast of Night episode. Remember this review, Dustin?
Yes, I do.
It's been a bit. So yeah, in between all the big budget stuff that we've been throwing at you all summer and TV shows and whatnot, we've been overcrowding you guys. I've been trying not to because I don't want to do blitzes anymore. Yeah. But every now and then I'm sitting on top of a lot of stuff that it's like, okay, slow releasing this doesn't make any sense. So I'm not going to make people wait for the Mission Impossible review or the anything else. So it's like, all right, well, this is just a good sign that Dustin and I got out to the movies a lot this summer. So, but here's a little reprieve. So, this episode, Dustin reviews, Vast of Night or The Vast of Night. I think it's The Vast of Night.
The Vast of Night. Yeah.
Little indie movie. So, little palate cleanser for you. Especially after now this is on streaming. Yes. And I know we spent the last episode that people will have heard talking about how horrible streaming is.
Hating on streaming, yeah.
How much it tried to ruin Walter Mitty for me. Yeah. But there's a time and place for streaming, and obscure indie films is one of the places where streaming has its utility. So please enjoy The Vast of Night.
Number, please.
Hello? Is this Lee? Large object holding over my land like a tornado.
This is WOTW Radio in Cayuga, New Mexico, and this is the news for the hour.
What would you like to tell us about yourself?
I don't know.
Cool. Aren't you like some big science girl? Tell me about science.
Everett, it's fake. way, and the sound came through the board and interrupted your radio show.
What sound?
What's going on, Everett?
718 here at WOTW. We got a sound we'd like to play that seems to be bouncing around the valley tonight.
Yes, I have a story that might be helpful.
I can tell you what's going on.
The sound we heard out in the desert, it was coming from thousands of feet higher than anything could fly.
They've come here before. They've liked this place. They always have.
It is 7:45 p.m. and we may have something that'll need some what?
We followed it from Colt Canyon. Hey! Who's that? It's Everett. Stop smiling. What's he doing here? He's helping me. Stop smiling.
Get in! It's outside of town! Come on, come on, come on! Hey, come on!
Something's up there now. It's something talking. And they don't stay for long.
Hey!
Everett, take the wheel! What's going on? There's something in the sky.
So The Vast of Night is a film from 2019. It was written by Andrew Patterson and Craig W. Sanger, directed by Andrew Patterson. So writer-director here. This is a low-budget indie movie that was purchased and distributed by Amazon. So it's on Prime Video if you're interested. It stars a bunch of people that you don't know. Sierra McCormick, Jake Horowitz, and a bunch of other people that you don't know. The idea is it's set in the 1950s in New Mexico. And one night, a radio DJ and a switchboard operator begin to hear a strange signal over the radio, over the phone lines. And they begin to try to figure out what it was. All signs point to something in the skies. And so I'll leave it at that. There's not a lot that happens story-wise here. It's a very slow and very deliberate movie. So there's not like big sequences where like, oh no, an alien's here. He's chasing us down through the woods. Like none of this is happening. Like, don't worry about it. This is very slow. It's very contemplative. It's like, we're going to figure this out. There's certainly moments of tension and moments of like, hurry, 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 but nothing, it's not really a thriller in the sense of like, something's going to get us. It's a thriller in the sense of like, what's out there? I don't know. And that alone is thrilling and a little bit spooky because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And so these two characters, Everett and Faye, Everett, the film begins, Everett is called out. So everybody in the small town in New Mexico are all at this basketball game. It's like a high school basketball game and everybody's there. And he's called out to, cover some issue that's going on there. And that's sort of our introduction to him. And this is done in very long take shots. So like, I don't know if this opening sequence is all one take. I'd have to rewatch it, but it certainly has that feeling. And those, even if they aren't one take, it's huge chunks of one takes.
Mm-hmm.
And so like the whole like opening scene is essentially like 20 minutes of just talking, and to the point where you're like, is anything even happening? Like, what am I gleaning from this? And so there's a temptation early in the film to just switch it off. Stick with it though, because it's very interesting. What I'm gonna talk about is direction and performances. So as mentioned, a lot of single take shots. And that always calls for performances that are a little bit more delicate
mm-hmm.
and a little more difficult, right? Like you have to get it right. There's a sequence, I'd love to go time it. There's a sequence toward the middle of the movie where Faye, played by Sierra McCormick, is operating the switchboard. And I swear this scene goes on for 15 to 20 minutes and it's unbroken and it's just her doing her thing. The camera like hardly even moves. It's just like you would be fooled into thinking that nothing is happening. But what she's doing is she's putting together pieces to solve this mystery almost live in front of your eyes with no cuts, with no trickery of anything. It's just her. And all the other voices you're hearing are over the switchboard. So all you see is her. She's performing her side and then reacting to their side.
Wow.
And that's all you see. And to do that for however long it is, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is, I should have timed it. It is fascinating. And at a certain point, it's not that I checked out because I'm just now like thinking like this has been going on for a while and this girl is still acting. But kind of, I did do that. It's like, I am still paying attention, but I'm also very aware of like, they're making her work. Like she is working. And so for the direction and the performances, high marks. Very stylish, very cool. There's a shot where the camera goes from Everett's radio station back to the basketball game. And then but like the camera moves through the city. And the whole point of the shot is to show you how, one, small the city is, how close and geographically all these things are, all these places. And also that like it's a ghost town except for at the basketball game. And I don't know really how they did this shot. I heard like go-karts. I also heard drones. I don't know what it was, but it's like a single take where the camera basically just goes through the entire city. And it's so crazy. And you're almost like, why am I watching this? What's happening? But it makes you feel so, I don't know, otherworldly in a way. Like it puts you in a strange position as an audience member. I don't know. Just the way that the film puts you in the hot seat is interesting, in the way that it unfolds almost like a stage play, that it's always in close up too. So what's crazy is like, it's a stage play, but I'm sitting on the stage with them. And that's how it feels. It's so claustrophobic and so interesting. I can see every little tick of the face. And if anything feels inauthentic, I would surely pick it up. And I can't. Wow. That's that's how great the performances are.
So
how real it feels.
What would your star rating be for this then?
My star rating is 4. Okay. But with that said, if you are one who cannot stand that slow kind of plotting, like unveiling of the story, this is not going to be for you. If you are, and I normally am, somebody who goes, now something has to be happening. Where's the forward momentum? What's happening? What are the stakes? What are the goals? All of that. Yes, I'm normally that person. And if you are that person, you may not like this. But I thought the performances and the direction were so intriguing that it elevated the whole experience. So I gave this 4 stars. I probably would watch it again with somebody just to like see how they experience it. It's just a super interesting film. There's a moment where Everett is interviewing somebody on his radio program and they decide to just go black. And the screen's black for like 8 minutes while a story is told. There's just nothing. There's no visuals. Wow. You're just listening to this the way that you would have on the radio. Yeah. Right. It's putting you, the audience member, in the story. And I think that's so interesting. So I do recommend that you see this. Yeah. I could see where if you come back to me and go, why did you recommend that? That sucked. Totally get it. Yes, I'm with you. But also, though, those performances in that direction is great. Yeah. And it's so cool. So I'm interested to see what Andrew Patterson as a director does next.
Yeah.
I don't see anything on the upcoming except for the Rivals of the Amziah King, and I don't know what that is, but it stars Matthew McConaughey and Kurt Russell.
Whoa!
So I'm on board. So we'll see what that is.
It also premiered at South by Southwest.
Hey, there you go. So I'm on board with whatever that is. And yeah, man. So if you've got Prime Video and you want to watch something that's very stylish and cool, and it's an indie movie and it's made very scrappy and guerrilla style, I'm sure. Yeah, this is for you. And if you don't like it, that's fine. You can not like it, but I thought it was kind of cool.
Right. So this was the one that was acquired, because that next one, Amziah King, that was one of the production companies was Heyday Films, the David Heyman.
Oh, okay.
And Andrew Patterson also wrote it, as he did not with this film. So that's I'm really, everything you just said makes me want to watch The Vast of Night, so I can pop in for like an outro, but just to get my thoughts, because I love the craft like that, and if I can get past that slow first part, I feel like I'm in for something good. And I like to ground floor new directors like that. So yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a watch.
Okay. The whole thing about the toilet water going the other way.
Sure.
I thought that was bullshit, by the way. Something my daughter was telling me about. She goes, and the toilet water goes the other way. I was like, that's not fucking real. And she was like, no, Daddy, it is. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I went home and Googled it, and I was like, no, it does. It's because
you went to Snopes.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, like I was like making fun of her. Like, I can't believe you fell for that.
Yeah, right.
Conspiracy crap.
Everyone knows water only moves in one direction.
I was being an old man.
It's impossible.
Yeah. So I was like,
you can't make water go in reverse.
I was like, Amelia, how's that supposed to work? Huh? It just goes the other way. How? Why? And she's like,
what? And the pee goes back into you?
In Soviet Russia, pee into you. Food go out, poop go in.
What is that accent? What is that voice? That's a Muppet.
I think it was the emotional damage voice, and then for some reason food go out, poop go in.
That's one of the.
It's like the fourth Mario brother.
And secondly, that's the German pigs from Shrek.
I just took a big food. Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right. We're off to a great start.